Hey guys, it's Ricky here. I'm coming back at you again. I just wanted to give my thoughts on what's going on in Minnesota. And also giving you an update on the, I don't know if you want to call it a rally, a muster, a protest on June 6th in Odessa, Texas. It will be an armed protest. And no, this isn't the first one. This is round 2, motherfuckers. Alright, so, Minnesota. Cop chokes out and kills black man while he, you know what? I'm just going to leave race out of it. Cop chokes out and strangles a man while said man begs for his life on camera. That's manslaughter at least if he did it on accident, but the guy was begging for his life. So I'd say it's at least third or second degree murder. And the reason why they're rioting in Minneapolis. This is my niece, Olivia. Say hi. Say hi, Olivia. Look, say hi. You're just eating that graham cracker. Okay. So anyways, the rioting happened. I supported that. They wanted to burn down the police stations. You know what? I fucking support that. We've had a problem with abusive and militarized police here in the United States for a very, very long time. When they started looting Target and AutoZone and crap, that's when the looters, at the looter portion of them at least, they lost my support. And it turns out that a police officer from St. Paul, neighboring city, who was called in to help, he was the one that started the rioting, busted up the AutoZone front windows. You can thank the little buddies from 4chan for sniffing that one out. So yeah, you got the police that killed the person, they had protesters, even rioters, but as far as the riots taking a turn and targeting businesses, started by the cops. Like I said, we got a problem with a tyrannical police force here in the United States, and if this damn lockdown hasn't proved anything, it should at least proven that thin blue line, they will follow any order given to them by politicians up to and including committing covert acts of terrorism in order to justify further crackdowns on the people. Of course, there's the cult of that thin blue line. They'll worship and suck a cop's dick no matter what, regarding any circumstance. Hell, they even got a fucking bingo card for their most common responses. I think it's funny as hell, but it also disgusts me. They're the same types of folks that would be supporting King George and the Redcoats during 1775. In my opinion. Now, with that being said, Minnesota governor said he wants to send in the National Guard to, because he declared the riots a full-on insurrection. Why did he declare it a full-on insurrection? Because there's people showing up there with guns and defending their businesses from the rioters. So if you got riots going on, you got people, police stations burning down. Of course, he skipped fucking town and he's out at one of his villas. Paparazzi were able to take photographs of the guy, and he's enjoying ice cream on a fucking beach at one of his mansions somewhere. So he's completely safe. But because there's people exercising their Second Amendment rights in that city, up to and including shooting law enforcement, who are tear gassing protesters in the streets, shooting them with rubber bullets. I don't know about you, but that's called assault. Assault with a potentially deadly weapon. For doing nothing more than standing out in the street and protesting your government, guaranteed by the First Amendment of the United States of America. I don't know about you, but if somebody's shooting anything at me, they deserve to get shot back. That's just how it is. You don't like it? I don't fucking care. You're a loser. Now, with that being said, the update on what's going on in Odessa, like a lot of you boys ought to know, there were some armed protesters that were outside of Big Daddy Zane's in Odessa, Texas, and they were helping the woman there and her 2 employees open up her shop. They were with the group. Open Texas. They're the same group that stood outside there armed in front of the Dallas. Excuse me. Hey, shh. You want to go inside? That's what I thought. They were outside there armed in front of the Dallas salon owner's place. It's just, some of the guys, it's all one umbrella group, and different groups get together and they show their support for businesses by showing up armed and sort of holding like a little First Amendment and Second Amendment rally outside the businesses, completely obeying the law, by the way. And, there's thin blue liners that'll say, but you're intimidating people. You're intimidating law enforcement. Man, what the fuck do you think law enforcement do every day when they show up carrying an AR-15 in full kit to go issue some damn Dallas salon owner a ticket because she wanted to not fucking starve to death? While some dumbass governor, I'm talking about you, Governor Happy Wheels, you dumbass Abbott. Fucking coward. See, the thing is, the Texas Disaster Act makes it to where when the governor declares his little emergency order, it gives the police the ability to issue you a citation for $1,000 or lock you up for 6 months for violating the governor's executive order. I don't think the Texas Disaster Act was constitutional to begin with. And I sure as hell don't think that its application under the current COVID-19 lockdown is constitutional to begin with. I don't think President Trump's executive order or the governor's of any of these states' executive orders were constitutional to begin with, because there ain't no damn place in the Constitution that says they can shut your fucking business down and tell you to kindly starve to death until the Crown sorts this out. And so, anyways, the sheriff of Ector County showed up with all his little fat ass deputies in full kit. They got their Mitch helmets on. They got full on plate carriers. They show up in a fucking MRAP that still has the desert camouflage on it. Here, sweetie, get inside. Get in. Go. There's too many mosquitoes out here. Get in. And he arrests all the protesters. And at first he arrests them and says that they were illegally carrying firearms on a Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission licensed property. Right? And so he couldn't get that to stick. So these people have not been charged. They have not been prosecuted. The DA refuses to prosecute because he knows the sheriff fucked up. These men's, their armor, their weapons were confiscated. These are American citizens that have been disarmed by a tyrant who showed up to a peaceful protest. And yes, I don't care if they had guns. I don't care if they had a fucking tank. If no one was shot and harmed, that motherfucker is still peaceful. The only time it got unpeaceful is when the sheriff rolled up, pointed his guns at Texans, and told them to put their hands behind their back, that they were going in the paddy wagon. Right? And so, President of Open Carry Texas, C.J. Grisham, he found out through some Freedom of Information Act requests that, they arrested the bar owner for violating the governor's executive orders. They didn't arrest any of her employees. They arrest a customer who just asked a question. He said, why are they being arrested? So they arrested her for interfering with police duties. Right? They arrested the guys initially on, violating TABC laws. But, see, here in the state of Texas, the penal code says that it's only illegal to carry a firearm on the premises of an alcoholic establishment, right? That same penal code defines the premises as being inside the building or under a roofed patio where alcoholic beverages are being served. They weren't on there. They were on an adjacent empty parking lot that was not even part of the TABC licensed property. Sheriff of Ector County claimed on, public television that he called the the Texas, their office, the TABC office, and clarified the law beforehand, the day prior, which means he planned on raiding these people before they even showed up for their little protest. And so, with full knowledge, he kidnapped these people. He didn't do it legally. He pointed guns at people, disarmed them, and put them in a fucking cage. That's kidnapping. I don't give a damn if he's got a badge. If he's doing it outside the realms of the law, he's using his badge to kidnap people. If you can't get that through your fucking head, you probably feel more at home in China. Because that's the kind of shit that they do there. And this isn't China, this is Texas. So round 2 is coming. June 6th. June 6th at 2 p.m., we're going to hold another rally in Odessa. This is not round 1 of Open Carry Texas. This is round 2. More boys from Open Texas are going to be there. Our folks from Open Carry Texas, which is my group, we're going to be there. You got the people from This is Texas Freedom Force is going to be there. They're the ones that have been protesting outside of the Texas and Confederate monuments and trying to keep them safe from Antifa vandalism. Right? There's going to be a lot of people there. And the reason why I'm giving you a heads up is because the sheriff of Ector County, you can look him up, Sheriff Griffiths, he claims, he portrays himself to be this good, humble Christian man, but he's openly lying to the media about what happened, about why they were arrested, and about what he did. He's openly lying to the media, and the media who they hate an armed public, they hate the militia movement, they hate freedom activists. They're just eating it up like they did in Waco. Remember how when Waco was going on, basically the government would hand the media a script, and they would read whatever the hell was written off on there as if it was the gospel. Well, the media is doing the same thing this time, trying to demonize us ahead of time, trying to do all they can to make us look like shit and make the law enforcement there in Ector County, in Odessa, look great. So I'm asking anybody, if you're in Texas, you're in the New Mexico area, you're in the, you're in Southwest Oklahoma, get your asses there. Get in touch with the Open Carry Texas Facebook page. Get the details. I will include a link to the Facebook event post in the description of this video. Grab your kit. If you're a cowboy, grab your lever gun and your 6-shooter and your belt. Be there. We're not coming there to start a fight. We're not coming there to try to tempt them to start a fight. We're coming there as free Americans, daring them to do what they did again. We're going to be there exercising our freedom under the law. We're not going to be breaking the law. And we're also not going to allow ourselves to be illegally kidnapped either. Interpret that how you will. But anyways, that's what's going on. That's my thoughts lately. You know. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but another thing that pissed me off was that despite the National Guard yeah, hold on, I think I did mention that. Okay, I already mentioned that. And Greg Abbott, of course, he's silent about this whole thing in Odessa. And once the Dallas salon owner was arrested and brought up on charges, you know, Greg Abbott backtracked and tried to pretend like it had nothing to do with him, that, you know, people aren't supposed to be arrested under his executive order, which he damn well knew it. Because earlier in the middle of March, Greg Abbott threatened to use exactly those types of arrest powers against Texans if we didn't fucking obey. And I'll include a link down to the Fox News article where you can find that quote. Anyways, this is Ricky. I'm at my 15-minute mark. I need to get off here or I'm going to screw myself in the YouTube algorithm. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.